Graduates, guests, colleagues, I declare this ceremony open. Please be seated. As Executive Dean for Culture, I welcome you all to this graduation ceremony for graduates from the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment. And I'd also like to welcome family and friends who are joining us from around the world via our NTU live stream. And welcome also to our Honorary Graduate Award winner, Jack Kirkland. It's a pleasure and a privilege to have you with us, and we look forward to you sharing your thoughts with us later in the ceremony. But graduates, I want to start by congratulating you on your achievements. Well done, very well done, and welcome back to NTU. Graduation is the pinnacle of the academic year for us as well as for you. It's when we come together to celebrate your academic success, and last year we were denied that opportunity. These are our first ceremonies for over 2 years. We agreed we'd hold them in person just as soon as we could, and I'm so delighted so many of you are here with us today. It's great to see you all again. You faced major challenges as you approached the end of your time at NTU, but you came through. You demonstrated resilience, resourcefulness, and adaptability in abundance. The pandemic has reminded us of the reach and relevance of the NTU community, of which you will always be a part. It has re-emphasised the importance of connection and collaboration, inclusion and innovation. Today is a reunion as well as a recognition of your graduation, so take the chance to renew friendships and acquaintanceships. The stronger your networks, the stronger your futures will be. I want to recognise the doctoral graduates who will be coming across this stage today. A PhD is the highest level of academic study, and in completing your doctorate with us, you've also made a significant contribution to the university's research culture, so thank you. But no one completes this journey alone, so I invite you now to remember those who have supported you along the way. Your families, your friends, your course mates, professional services staff and academic tutors. So please join me in a very well-deserved round of applause. These ceremonies also give us the opportunity to reflect on the university's gold standard teaching, our world-leading research, our resolute focus on ensuring that our graduates are equipped for the world of work, and our ever-expanding network of international partnerships. Considering the challenges we've all faced over the past 18 months, I feel we must also recognise the culture and the ethos that underpins the resilience, the resourcefulness and adaptability. The pandemic has reminded us of the importance of community and connection, and the need to tackle challenges by working together. Collaboration, innovation, inclusion, and expertise. These ideals are all ingrained in the university's DNA, and they have served us well in unprecedented times. Every title, every award is an endorsement of our beliefs, our methods, and our goals, but it's the day-to-day successes we see in our classrooms, across our campuses and communities, that prove NTU's ability to deliver on its ambitions. The School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment exemplifies those ambitions. It understands that students arrive not only with intellectual curiosity, but an ingrained sense of purpose. They come as aspiring architects, construction managers, civil engineers, product designers and property managers of tomorrow. Through the expertise of its teaching, its accredited courses, the quality of its connections and the access it provides to career and even life-changing opportunities, the school's goal is to turn its students' passions into professional success. It has retained the same mission since the 1940s, to inspire new generations of makers and creators, designers and builders, planners and problem solvers. It believes in balancing theory with hands-on practice, in asking big and meaningful questions, and in developing innovative, creative, and sometimes even disruptive solutions. These questions are asked and answered together as a dedicated learning community of staff and students. And in these respects, the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment reflects the duties of a modern university: to create, to empower, to enrich, and to connect. So, class of 2020, it is a great pleasure to have you back on campus. I really hope you enjoy today's ceremony. And I now invite the Deputy Dean for the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment, Richard Bull, to read the names of today's graduates, and the Vice-Chancellor will congratulate you on your awards.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the first group of graduates. Vice-Chancellor, the following have qualified for awards from the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment. Doctor of Philosophy degree, Saeed Ahmed Namadi, whose research is on a framework for collaborative costing and the UK construction industry. Master of Science degree in Building Surveying. The next student is also the winner of the Chartered Institute of Building Certificate of Excellence, Dominic Edwards. The next student is also the winner of the Bonzers Prize for the Best Heritage Portfolio, Connor Herford. Thomas McCartin. Grace McCole. Abdul Karim Okai. Roman Pidu Brunji. Jeffrey Pagnell. Michelle Renouf. Jane Catterall. The next student is also the winner of the Faithful and Gould Prize for Outstanding Performance, Matt Dunham. The next student is the winner of the Smithson Purslow Prize for the Most Improved Performance, Ben Wilson. Master of Science degree in Construction Project Management, Naveed Mamon. Vijantha Mututeti Gamage. Masters of Science degree in Construction Management, Dakinsha Murthy Pandurangan. Masters of Science degree in Project Management Construction, Jonathan Stefanos. Master of Science degree in MSc Property Development and Planning, Jonathan Avi. Avanish Baines. Yvette Masawi. Matthew Driver. Master of Science degree in Quantitative Surveying, Rhys Allen. Lisa Shikara. Esnat Shingono. Gaurav Dige. Jayaleth Hidyahandi. Lufti Jorban. Arandeep Kayla. Hatib Mughal. Charles Ratcliffe. Declan Baker. Diudone Buhinja. Abigail Roby Butler. Amy Castaldo. Olivia Clements. Francesca Duros. Thomas Hafil. Harry Lever. Zoradza Karambakua. Kieran O'Neill. Aileen Sun. Jamie Twome. Helen Walker. Nick Whitehead. Carrie Young. Master of Science degree in Real Estate, Hamish Bott. Matthew Harrington. Nabil Mukadem. Consilia Obinugwe. Christopher Richards. James Richardson. Katie Studholm. Josh Bruff. Alex Burr. Simon Wilson. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Building Surveying, William Cardle. Callum Moynihan. The next student is also the winner of the Smithers Purslow Award for Technical Excellence, Thomas Bourbon. Jack Cole. Edward Cripps, Christopher Dorr, Thomas Hawthorne-Waite, Alexander Lilly, Lucas McKenboy, Jacob Pike, Jamie Rutter, the next student is also the winner of the Bonsors Prize for Best Heritage and Conservation Portfolio, Georgina Smith. Brandon Taylor. James Toy. Richard Whisker. The next student is also the winner of the Chartered Association of Building Engineers Prize for the student who has shown exceptional devotion to their studies, Thomas Worrell. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Construction Management. The next student is also the winner of the Volker Fitzpatrick Prize for the best overall performance in the final year, Tommy Armstrong-Jones. Oliver Carroll. Darren Day. Aaron McAleese. Joseph Mullins. Dale Village. Joshua Williams. Joshua Doan. Jake Hartley. John Apute. Alistair Starr. Richard Tromans. Josh Whitaker. Dominic Barrett. The next student is also the winner of the Vistry Partnership Future Talent Award, John Barron. Toby Harvell. Shane Ireland. Ollie Jackson. The next student is also the winner of the Chartered Institute of Building Certificate of Excellence Prize for the best overall performance on the course, Billy Jones. Nirav Lad. James Morris. Dylan Mystery. Richard Peel. James Tanner. Zach Templeton. Matthew Tillen. Guy Wolford. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Planning and Development, Danielle Ashford Key. Corrie White. Adam Dunlop. The next student is also the winner of the Rolls-Royce Prize for Excellence in Planning Development, Jack Ellis. Susan Kawesa. Thomas Morrissey. The next student is also the winner of the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors East Midlands Prize, Tariq Murad. Ollie Wilson. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Property Finance and Investment, Sean Goswami. Ross Hemmings. Miles Hilaire Hutchinson. Louise Neves. Jivtar Chawla. Solomon Healer. George Jones. Tegan Owen. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Property Development and Planning, Samuel Kind. The next student is also the winner of the Fisher Hargreaves Proctor Award for improved performance and commitment to course, Jordan Parsons. Marcus Riley. Austin Wright. Ollie Edmond. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards to the first group of graduates from the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment. I'm pleased now to invite Chris Rolfe to the stage to give the oration for our honorary graduate, Jack Kirkland, and to present him to the Vice-Chancellor to receive his award.
It is my pleasure and privilege to invite Jack Kirkland to come forward to receive an honorary doctorate at this afternoon's graduation. Jack was born and brought up in Derbyshire, but left for university with a strong desire neither to return nor to join the well-established family business. After graduating, his career took him around the world, but eventually the pull of his family roots became too strong and he returned, not just to his Derbyshire home, but also to the company originally founded by his great-grandfather, now the Bomer and Kirkland Construction and Development Group. After attending law school, Jack became a corporate lawyer and then moved into private equity. Here, a board colleague and friend gave him some life-changing advice. You're good at making money, but you'd be happier working in a business than investing in a business. Taking this advice to heart, Jack raised the possibility of working part-time for the family business. His father's response was clear: "Now it's your turn." And so, in what he describes as the best decision he ever made, Jack joined Bowmer & Kirkland in 2009. Now, you may remember that 2009 was the middle of a period of recession, but for Jack, this was the best time to join a big company. Working through crisis can be a bonding experience, and the evidence of your hard work is there for all to see. And the construction business grew, with turnover up by 25%, net profits doubling, and net assets increasing by a factor of 3. Equally important to Jack was helping individual people grow, the chance to give them opportunities and then seeing them make a success of things. In parallel with his career in law, equity and construction, Jack also developed an eye for international art, beginning his own personal collection with a sculpture by the American conceptual artist Tom Friedman. Jack was invited to join a Latin American collections committee at the Tate. From there, he joined a variety of boards and is currently co-chair of Tate's Photography Acquisitions Committee and a trustee of the Bridget Riley Art Foundation. Jack was chair of the board of Nottingham Contemporary for 5 years. He still considers Nottingham Contemporary one of the best galleries in the UK, truly international with a focus on excellence, but embedded in the local community. And he knows that he left it in a stronger position than he found it. He also set up the Ampersand Foundation, a grant-awarding trust raising funds for visual arts in the UK. Despite his earlier misgivings, Jack has settled back into the East Midlands, initially in Nottingham and then at the family home in Derbyshire, where he's happily settled with his Brazilian partner and twin children. Reflecting on his career, Jack describes 2 great joys. The first is uniquely personal, being able to work in business with his father, a privilege that his own father sadly did not have. The second is equally applicable to art and business, investing in people and seeing them grow. And Jack himself has grown as well, from a student of history to the chair of a billion-pound company, from an observer of British modern art in his home, through a love affair with old masters, to become an internationally known collector and philanthropist, from wanderer to settled father and family man. Vice-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Jack Kirkland, being a person distinguished in eminence and by attainments, for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Arts honoris causa, in recognition of his significant contribution to business and the arts.
Wow. Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, many, many congratulations. To graduate and navigate employment in the teeth of a pandemic is a real achievement, and you should be very, very proud of yourselves. Thank you to Professor Peck and the university for this tremendous honour, and thank you to Chris for your kind and embarrassing words in the citation. As Chris told you, when I was sitting where you are now, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But I knew that I definitely did not want to do 2 things. The first was live in Derbyshire, and the second was join the family business. Fast forward 20 years, and that's exactly what I'm doing, and I couldn't imagine being happier or more fulfilled, which only goes to show how little you can sometimes know yourselves and how much you change over the course of your life and career. I recognise that my career is a privileged and unusual one, but there are a few lessons that I've learned that I hope I can pass along. The first is to seize and make the most of any opportunities that are presented to you. There'll be plenty of problems and challenges, so take advantage of the opportunities to balance it out. More specifically, I can heartily recommend living and working in the Midlands, and working in construction. In the past decade, I've lived in both Nottingham and Derbyshire, and both are fantastic. Derbyshire is stunningly beautiful, and Nottingham, as you know, is a great city. It gives you everything you need from a city, including one of the best contemporary art museums in Europe, without being overly frenetic. And construction is a great, great sector to work in, as I hope you know by now. It's an ever-changing field, constantly updating to meet new challenges. To give one example, we at Bowmer and Kirkland have just partnered with the Department for Education to build the first ever net zero carbon school at a site in Kent. And at the same time, we're currently building what will be the greenest office building in the UK for a private developer in Manchester. No job, indeed no day, is the same. And there is nothing that compares to the pride you feel when you see a new building rise from the ground or an old building spring back to life, and that you have had a hand in creating it. I have to confess that I make my children wave to the buildings we've built, and that includes the magnificent Newton and Arkwright buildings here at NTU. And finally, since I'm speaking to the graduates of the School of Architecture and the built environment, I can even more heartily recommend working with or at Bowmer and Kirkland. Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this award. It really means a tremendous amount. And again, very well done to the graduates. And I look forward to working with at least some of you in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kirkland. So I'd like to invite the stewards to bring forward the second group of graduates. Vice-Chancellor, the following have also qualified for awards from the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Quantity Surveying and Commercial Management, Luke Andrews. Elliot Brown. Timothy Colley. Luke Cummings. Ellie Davis. Thomas Duran. Harry Ellis. Luke Emery. Adrian George. Jordan Gibbons. Thomas Green. Kieran Gubbins. Laurie Gunn. Dan Hartle. Alex Hescroft. Jonathan Jays. Maisie McCrell. Matthew Marinelli. Harry Miles. Jack McKinney. Sarah Morgan. Alini Neofitu. George Orton. Scott Sellers. Nick Simpson. Jaskaran Singh. The next student is also the winner of the Society of Construction and Quantity Surveyors Prize for the highest student achievement in measurement studies, Nita Skellington. Amy Smith. Callum Smith. Joshua Spencer. Patrick Townsend. Matthew Turner. Spencer Wilkes. Farhad Ahmed. Cassidy Ali. Hafiz Balogun. Cameron Barnett. David Bergstrand. The next student is also the winner of the Morgan Sindel Prize for the Best Quantity Surveying Project Group Performance, Riley Blackstock. Thomas Chinnery. Tanaka Chinyare. Kieran Connolly. Lawrence DePrisco. William Dempsey. Giovanna Edwards. Tom Evans. David Guy. Lee Hampsey. Daniel Hay. Faisal Hussain. Georgina Johnson. Alex Kapp. The next student is also the winner of the Morgan Sindel Prize for the Best Quantity Surveying Project Group Performance, Laura Main. Josh Murray. Muchungeti Musfaburi. Mohammed Ali Nissa. The next student is also the winner of the Chartered Institute of Building Certificate of Building Excellence Prize for the Best Overall Performance for the course and Morgan Sindel Prize for the Best Quantity Surveying Project Group Performance, Emmanuel Niabadza. Konstantin Odyssia. Varun Patak. Brad Scott. Champreet Sodhi. George Ablin. Humari Admet. The next student is also the winner of the Berkeley Holdings Group Prize for the Most Improved Quantity Surveying Student, Ben Ayres. Nicholas Basford. Lily Belcher. Brandon Bray. Shira Singh Chatter. Noah Chin. Joshua Clough. Thomas Conn. Molly Costello. Thomas Craythorne. Thomas Cura. Alex Dakin. Amber Ellis. Hayley Finney. Ryan Fitzel. James Forbes. Jared Fush. Sonny Gunn. Joseph Holland. Ben Hughes. Callum James. Stephen Alvin Karanjada. Joshua Keaveney. Jordan McGinley. Matthew Maguire. Adam Main. Rajan Singh Mann. Luke Maidel. Thomas Main. Harris Moore. Samuel Mosley. Chris Nichol. Alex Owen. Peter Parkinson. James Percival. Connor Phillips. Joshua Roberts. The next student is also the winner of the Professor Roy Morledge Prize for the best overall performance in quantity surveying, practice and procedures. George Royal. Lewis Sampson. Ben Shaw. James Simmons. James Simpson. Ned Smithies. The next student is also the winner of the Mark Scarth Volker Fitzpatrick Prize for Best Overall Performance in Final Year, Millie Smith. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in real estate, Lee Abrahams. Tyrone Anthony. Matthew Cooper. Johnny Davis. Zach Green. Awais Ishmael. Umar Khan. Jade Lyons. Nastahin Nadim. Flora Nash. Christian Neve. Kival Udedra. The next student is also the winner of the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors East Midlands Prize, Lucinda Sargent. Henry Trimmer. Bethany Watts. Sean Keeley. Godlove Baffer Atta. Thomas Beckett. Oh. So, I missed that. Thomas Beckett. The next student is also the winner of the Fisher Hargreaves Proctor Prize for the most improved performance by a final year student, Tanya Bhattacharya. The next student is also the winner of the Association of Chief Estate Surveyors and Property Managers in the Public Sector Prize for the best coursework submission on the public sector, Will Clark. Lawrence Clark. Max Ellis. Saffron Harding. Stephen Harvey. Francesca Hodson. Ian Holloway. Daniel Jacob. Christy Jennings. Matthew Johnson. Kasim Khan. Rutendo Marira. Georgina Park. Charles Parkin. Bethany Popple. Elliot Ralph. The next student is also the winner of the Lambert Smith Hampton Prize for consistently good performance, Dan Rust. Callum Staveley Smith. Charlotte Steggles. Oliver Taylor. Cameron Wicks. Master of Arts degree in Interior Architecture and Design, Sylvia Traini. Master of Arts degree with Design, Product and Furniture with Honours, Desislav Ivanov. Bachelor of Science degree with Honours Product Design, Sean McCarthy. Master of Science degree in Structural Engineering with Materials, Jacob Bona. Bachelor of Science degree Honours with Civil Engineering, Kevin Mwangi. Bachelor of Arts degree with Honours in Furniture and Product Design, Robert Keith. Bachelor of Science degree with Honours in Construction Management, Andrew Pigeon. Master of Science degree in Civil Engineering, Akidomaid Jayola. Bachelor of Science degree with Honours in Quantity Surveying, Francis Cook. Bachelor of Science degree with Honours in Civil Engineering, Rosalette Nioni. Master of Arts degree in Design, Product and Furniture, Huan Ye A. And Master of Science degree in Building Surveying, Aaron Collymore. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment, and concludes the presentation of awards to graduates at this ceremony. Emmanuel Niabadza, who earlier received a Bachelor of Science degree in Quantity Surveying and Commercial Management, will now propose the vote of thanks.
see the other one. Okay.
Vice-Chancellor, Executive Dean, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, and guests. I'd like to begin with a huge thank you to Ruby Galloway and Anthony Ward for the nomination to deliver this vote of thanks and the subsequent weeks of sleeplessness, nausea, and anxiety at the thought of standing before you all today. On the positive, I'd long been in search of some inspiration to help me start shedding this lockdown weight, and so a win-win situation. And now, to avoid being overwhelmed, all I theoretically must do is to take deep breaths and imagine you all in your underwear. Hi, Dad. Delivering this vote of thanks today is a great privilege, as it is the only time at NTU I've been able to do a presentation without the dread of Tenetin plagiarism software revealing my internet search inspirations contributory to the speech. More pertinently, it is a great honor to simply be able to reflect with you all on the challenges and rewarding academic journey we are celebrating today. Despite all our ranging experiences at university, we share many commonalities that brought us together. And I'm not just referring to the long-standing hours in the long printing queues during coursework hand-in days or the numerous WhatsApp groups. I am, however, referring to our success. Whether it was the success of meeting new friends in first year or the success of maintaining emotional and mental strength to see us succeed through our degrees. Fortunately, NTU has a huge range of resources to support and help us achieve. And it is within this context I'd like to segue to my list of thank yous on behalf of my graduating peers and myself. Thank you, NTU School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment, for all our lecturers, all of whom exemplified an undeniable passion in teaching and care for each of us beyond the minimums of guidance and tutorial support. Thank you to the numerous technical staff behind the scenes, without whom many a practical session would not be possible. Speaking of behind the scenes, thank you to the subject administration team, all of whom have put up with hundreds of calls and emails from us all, either checking if our coursework results were out or simply responding to our numerous different queries. Thank you as well to student support colleagues whose services are vital to our studies. Finally, thank you to you all, our families, friends, and fellow graduates, for your support, patience, empathy, strength, and tolerance with each other throughout this journey. Class of 2020 graduates, as we leave today, I'd like to impart to you a final quote from The Alchemist, a book I discovered during my first year. It states, "It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting." As we go on to celebrate with friends and families, be sure to take a moment and be appreciative of this once-upon-a-time dream that has made your life more interesting. And perhaps, if you haven't already, why not dare to dream more? Perhaps on even bigger dreams, and making those come true too. Thank you.
So, class of 2020, I want to echo the sentiments of our Executive Dean earlier by congratulating you on your achievements and by wishing you every success for the future. It's fantastic to be able to share those sentiments in person. We finally got here. And I'd like to acknowledge also the pride we take in when distinguished members of our community agree to join our family at NTU by becoming honorary graduates. So thank you, Jack Kirkland, for accepting the invitation and for your insightful, inspiring words. And I took two things from that. The first is never say never. I think Jack's honesty at saying the two things in life he's not going to do and then doing both is absolutely remarkable, but it's really worked for him, so never say never. And the second is that if people like Jack, who run successful businesses, don't commit to civic life, don't engage themselves in how a city like Nottingham and a region like the East Midlands runs and works, then they don't run and they don't work. We need people like Jack to chair things like the Contemporary. So graduates, please think about that as your career develops. What can you do and give back into your local society? It's really important, and you'll benefit and society will benefit. Now, Emmanuel, I can normally do this without imagining the audience in their underwear. But having suggested the idea, I'm finding it hard to resist. That was by far one of the most accomplished acceptance speeches that I vote of thanks that I've heard. And I hope Carter, who is your little boy on the front row, who's been doing something with a computer game during the course of the event, I hope he's won. Did you win, Carter? Daddy, absolutely, Daddy. He won't remember any of this, but you should look back with great pride when he sees the video in 15 years' time, Emmanuel. It was really accomplished. Thank you very much. Students are the beating heart of our university and indeed of our city. And it's not just studying in lecture theatres or in studios, but it's playing sports, often for local clubs, it's volunteering in local schools, it's running societies that reach out to our local communities, and so many other things. And I know you missed several months of those experiences in the spring and summer of 2020, and that's why we were so keen to hold these graduation celebration ceremonies in person, so that another stage of your engagement at NTU could be marked in the time-honoured way. So thank you for coming guests. It almost feels like normal life. If it wasn't for the risk assessment, I'd have shook your hands. But as you know, in your business, risk assessment is all. Now, I say another stage in your development, because now you've graduated, you are part of our global NTU family, a community of over 220,000 NTU alumni around the world. Our doors are always open to you. You can continue to access support from us, including advice on the next steps in your career from our employability team. Find out more on the NTU alumni website. We also encourage you to complete the graduate outcome survey. Could you please complete the graduate outcome survey? It will come to you in a few weeks, and I'd really appreciate it. We'd all really appreciate it. You might even enjoy it. In time, consider how you too could help future generations of students, just as some alumni will have helped you, offering lectures, placements, careers advice, scholarships, prizes, whatever it might be. But that's the future, and now is the time to enjoy your success and invite you all to join us to celebrate Refreshments in the marquee. But before we do, I just thought it was to celebrate feeling so almost normal that we should make as much noise as we can for just 1 minute to lift the roof off the tennis centre. So when I say now, let's do 1 minute of making a lot of noise. Now. This is my last ceremony of this particular series, and it'll be memorable for that, but also for the graduate who walked up and said to me, "Where's the camera?" So I thought it was great. So guests, please remain seated for the processional music, and our second party and the graduates leave the hall. I declare this graduation ceremony closed.